So guys, how's it going? Welcome to Cryptomaxie. We have a lot of bearish news today for when it comes to Quant and some bullish announcements and interview with the founder of Quant in this video. We're going to be going through it all alongside some updates on the partnerships, all in this video. If you're a holder of Quant or if you're just looking to buy Quant and keeping an eye out on it in this bear market, watch this video till the end as we are going to be giving you all the latest for when it comes to QNT. Now, before we get into the video, if you're new around here and do not want to miss any further updates, subscribe and hit the bell here in the Cryptomaxie channel. And remember guys, nothing's ever financial advice. Do your own research. And with that out of the way, now let's get in. Now, of course, Quant community, I like to keep it straight with you here. As I said, in the next couple weeks and in the months coming as well, we're going to be seeing some bearish days, weeks and months. We're going to be seeing some bearish times ahead. And with that being said, the price is decreasing day by day, and it's going to be more of a slow burn. I do feel like we were on $130 of course just last week, and now we're closing down to 120. I do believe we're going to see a price below $100 of course, and I also did say I can see the price going below $80. Now that is my personal opinion, my prediction. I could be completely wrong, so do not take that as a grain of salt, right? But with that being said, let me know your price prediction in the comment section down below. That would be awesome. But yeah, some of you guys have left your price predictions as well. I'll be going through some of them as well in my next video. But yeah, hopefully you guys understand my point here. I can see $80 simply because of the bear market. It's not because of Quant not having any utility or value. It has got a lot of utility for governments, organizations and companies that want to use the Quant overledger, but just for the time being in this bear market, people are just not going to be investing in crypto itself, stocks and other assets. Well, most of the people, and yeah, people are scared of Quant. Not Quant, crypto in general, and I just cannot see the price of Quant doing anything major in this bear market. In the bull market, you guys should know I'm a big believer in Quant by now. You should be able to see from all the videos I've been uploading, and I can definitely see Quant. The room for growth is immense. There's so much chance and room for growth, and we're looking at massive years ahead with what Quant is planning. Now, moving on to the first tweet. Now, this is bearish news, I guess, but this is something we should all know and be aware about, right? Quant is going to be working with basically the CBDC era. CBDCs obviously being central bank digital currencies. Yes, they are going to be in the middle of it. They are going to be transacting the CBDCs. They are going to be partnering up with central bank digital currency payments. And the problem is, right, let me just read out this post here from the Quant website. Protecting individual privacy. A commonly quoted argument against central bank digital currencies and a serious obstacles to public acceptance is the issue of privacy. CBDC payments, so the reasoning goes, leave data trail that can be used to create a detailed history of a person's spending history and circumstances. By implementing a CBDC, individual citizens will be denied the right to engage privately and anonymously with the economy. It's incorrect to assume that loss of privacy is a prerequisite for a CBDC. Current distributed ledger technology makes it perfectly possible to collect all the information required by money laundering known to your customer regulation and without compromising anonymity. It is a matter of system design. A perfect example of this LAC chain regional program, which utilizes Quant's tech to ensure the transactions are anonymized and behave essentially like cash. Now, Quant is, let's just say CBDCs are going to happen either way. That's what I believe. They're going to happen. It's what the government's been planning. It is perfect for what governments have been looking to do and for banks as well. Right? CBDCs are going to happen either way. Now, Quant is obviously working on the tech to help CBDCs, and it's not just Quant. There is a lot of other blockchain and cryptos that obviously are doing it. A lot of blockchain companies that are also working on utilizing this CBDC movement. Now, as I mentioned, it's going to happen nonetheless, and yes, it is going to hurt privacy. However, if you want to look at it that way, Bitcoin is always going to be around. There's a lot of crypto out there that is still fully decentralized, right? Like Monero. Bitcoin is the main one, of course, the big dad of crypto. But yes, crypto is still going to be decentralized to an extent, but this is just everyday finance is going to switch completely. The factor of privacy is going to go out of the window. I'm not a fan of it. However, if CBDCs are going to happen either way, you might want to, just look at companies and crypto blockchain companies that obviously are going to be in that space, as it's going to be such a big industry, right? It's going to be a big banks, big companies, different jurisdictions are going to be making the use of CBDCs. So instead of just sitting on the side, personally, for me, I'd get involved. And the way I've got involved, I know it might be boring, but sure, I've find cryptocurrencies that provide actual value and utility to these banks, to these jurisdictions and countries and governments that are going to be utilizing CBDCs. Quant is one of them. There is a bunch more I've been making videos on as well on my channel, but yeah, Quant is obviously one of them and one of my favorites. One I can trust the most because of the previous connections they've had. And yeah, that's basically my thoughts on it. It's going to happen either way. We got Greg Lunt, who's obviously a big speaker for Quant on Twitter. Shout out to him. To be fair, this is just a private company who's incentivizing to promote CBDCs, obviously referring to Quant, suggesting it's possible to keep privacy intact, not that it will be. It's much more that CBDCs are built to serve in some sort of social credit system that can be anonymous digital cash. And yeah, this is what's going to happen. It is obviously going to be somewhat what China is doing, and CBDCs are going to be, let's say, the way they're going to control it, right? There's going to be no privacy. The government and really any of these banks, they are going to have full clarification on what's being spent, what we're doing with our money, which is not really fair, right? It's not fair, but it is what it is. So do you really think that the US government would enable a system that doesn't allow its citizens to have any more private purchases? Overly, not a chance. Public would lose their shit. But if he says that, but it's going to happen. They're gonna mask it in a way that it's going. I don't want to go too much into it, but yes, though this purchase is private, right? Now only cash is. CBDCs are not designed to replace cash, but complement it. Gilbert has mentioned this many times. If they really want to create a digital anonymous cash, something like eCash is far more effective than CBDCs. And that is true. Right now, our bank statements, what we're spending money on daily basis with our Visa debit cards and MasterCards and credit cards, that is completely public to the banks, to the government, depending on where you live, of course, that jurisdiction. I think that, there's a lot of different companies, of course, that can track that. They have data on you, they can see your bank statements, and yeah, it's already happening now. So, cashless society is going to be coming, and CBDCs is going to be the move. And Greg Lund does argue back here that, anonymous cash, digital anonymous cash, the closest thing you get to is eCash, being another crypto, of course. But yeah, it's going to be far more effective than CBDCs. So it's not exactly replacing cash, it's not replacing anything. It's simply digital purchases, and anything digital, which is 99% of purchases these days, is going to be completely with CBDCs. So yeah, the banks will have complete. There'll be no anonymity, like for the everyday people like us. There will be no sort of privacy. It's going to be completely public. It's scary to think about, of course. It's scary to think about. But again, if you can't really talk about Quant in this case, if you really have a problem with that, you can't really do much about it. Do you know what I mean? You can't do much about it. It's not ideal for anyone. I'm happy, with how everything is set now with cash and everything. But, it is what it is. We'll see how it all develops. But yes, we do have some posts that I'm going to go through in my next video, which I'll be posting today as well, where we talk about partnerships and some really cool announcements from the Quant team. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been your boy Crypto Maxi. Peace.